Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm going to wait and see if anyone jumps on to join me live. Who is excited that it's Saturday today? I definitely am so thankful. I'm going to enjoy a day with my family today and tomorrow and get some rest. So say a quick hello. I can't tell who's on here live, but I see there's one person. Anyone else gonna join? All right, well, I will just get started. Good morning, everyone. We are on day 6 of our Live Well 2-week challenge group. I have been loving all of the, oh, hey, Tiff. I've been loving all the participation. I'm loving seeing all of the engagement, people making comments and taking part in our challenges. It's just really encouraging to me and motivating to me. So thanks for joining in with all of us. Tonight, or this morning, I want to talk about sleep. So if you are on live, how many hours of sleep did you get last night? I got 7, which isn't as much as I had hoped, but tell me how many hours of sleep you got. Tiffany's here, Tracy's here, I can see. One of you should answer me. Nobody's gonna answer. Okay, well, I got 7 hours of sleep. I want to share, oh, Tracy got 7 too. All right. Oh, that's rough. 4 hours. Oofta. I want to share a little bit about why sleep is important. But before I do that, I have a trivia question for you. So if you are on live right now, this is a question for you. The first person to answer my question correctly will get a 5 ml bottle of lavender. I will give this to you as a prize. All you have to do is answer. My trivia question is, as adults, how many hours of sleep do we need a night? In general, what's the general recommendation of sleep per night? How many hours? Hey, Sabrina. We're doing a trivia question. I asked, how many hours does someone need a night? 8. Tracy is right. So, Trey, you're going to win this lavender. I'll mail that out to you, okay? Congrats, girl. The answer is 8 hours in general. So thanks for participating in that. I want to talk about some of the main reasons why getting enough sleep is important. Not getting the recommended 8 hours of sleep a night is actually just as bad as eating poorly and not exercising, which to me, that was really interesting as I read that. I feel like this time of year, especially January, everybody is all about eat healthy, lose all my weight. Like that's typically their main New Year's goal. And oftentimes they get so focused on that, they forget to take care of themselves and really take that time to rest. And getting enough sleep is so important for healing in the body. I know there have been times where I have skipped a workout just because I knew my body needed to rest, and I didn't feel guilty about it either. So it's okay to take those times of rest. If you are getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night, you're left cognitively impaired the next day, and your ability to think clearly is affected. And then also lack of sleep has been linked to a higher risk of depression, diabetes, decreased immune function, cardiovascular and heart disease, Alzheimer's, and cancer. And I'm not telling you that if you get 8 hours of sleep, you'll never have any of those diseases, but they have been linked to lack of sleep. And so sleep is something that we can, that's definitely in our control, something that we can do to really stay healthy and keep that high level of health in our body. And then another thing I wanted to touch on was for adults, our bodies produce, when we're sleeping, they produce and release human growth hormone during a deep sleep. And this human growth hormone is what helps our cells reproduce and repair. So in other words, it is helping your body heal. It is helping your body restore. And that human growth hormone, I think that's released during like high levels of exercise as well. If there's any exercise experts on here, maybe they can confirm that for me. But yeah, that human growth hormone is great for just reproducing and repairing our cells. Yes, Laura. Yeah, for sure. So one of the big things that I think disrupts our sleep patterns is cell phones and iPads and computer screens. Does anyone have one of those devices? I'm sure if you're watching me live, you probably are using it right now. These devices, these smartphones, they're great. They make our lives a lot easier. They are awesome for getting an answer really quick at your fingertips. But these devices also emit some artificial light called blue light. And this light, it's not a bad thing during the day, but when we are using it really late at night, when we should be sleeping, that light affects our brain. Our brains can't rest. It's going to really interrupt your circadian clock and your rhythm in your body and your melatonin levels, which are responsible for helping you sleep deeply and feeling well rested when you wake up. So I'm going to get into my challenge actually, since I'm talking about this right now. My challenge for today, I'm not done with my live yet, but since I'm talking about this, my challenge for today, I want you to take one day and I want you to shut off all the screens in your home an hour before bedtime. So your TV, your cell phone, your iPad, computer, whatever you have in your home, I want you to shut them all off. And then when you go to sleep, I want your device that you use the most, your cell phone for me, I want you to take it and remove it from your bedroom, wherever you sleep. Plug it in the kitchen, plug it in the bathroom, somewhere else, and sleep with it, or with it without being in your room. I started practicing this a couple months ago, and I totally noticed a difference in my sleep, and then I kind of got away from it, and I don't know why. So I'm going to be joining you in this challenge, hopefully more than one night. I'm going to make this my routine again, but I'm confident you will totally notice a difference if you shut off those screens and remove your phone from your bedroom. So with that, I just want to get into some of the ways that we can support good sleep in our bodies. And I have kind of a long list here, but I think they're all really good. So I'm going to share them. One thing that I love to use to help support me in my sleep is the doTERRA Serenity soft gels. Does anyone on live use these? I'm just curious. These are wonderful. doTERRA just launched these in September at their convention, and these Serenity soft gels have lavender essential oil in them. They have L-theanine, which is an amino acid. That's just very relaxing, and then it has lemon balm, passion flower, and German chamomile, which are all flowers and herbs that are just very relaxing to the body. And so I love to take these like a half an hour before I go to bed. I would not recommend taking them before you go to bed and then be sitting on your screen or watching TV for an hour. You probably won't notice a difference if you're doing that. I also love to use Serenity, the Serenity blend. This is one of my favorite blends for sleep. It has lavender cedarwood, hoe wood, ylang ylang, marjoram, I can't read what else, Roman chamomile. So a lot of good calming oils in there. Yes, Ashley, you need to try it. You'd love it. Other great oils to support sleep are vetiver and lavender, frankincense. Everyone kind of responds differently to essential oil, so you have to find what works for you. Yes, the Serenity, I diffuse it, and then I've also put a drop on the bottom of my feet. I do both. I've started diffusing Roman chamomile with it too. And I love the Roman chamomile oil as well. Magnesium. Magnesium is something that probably a lot of us are deficient in. Magnesium is great for helping you calm down and relax. You can take this 3 ways. You could do a supplement, so just like a pill form or capsule form. I like to do Epsom salt baths. There's magnesium in there. And then it gets absorbed through your skin that way in the bathtub. And then I also have used some magnesium oil in the past. That's what my doctor recommended to me, actually. I've heard that magnesium is best absorbed through the skin, which is why I prefer the Epsom salt baths or the magnesium oil over taking the capsules. However, I will say if you haven't ever used magnesium oil before, and you go get a bottle and you rub it on, you might notice like a tingling or an itching sensation, and that happens because you are deficient in it. So I remember the first time I used that and I was just like tingling all over. I used way too much to start out with. So if you're going to get started with magnesium oil, I would start with just like 2 to 3 sprays and see how your body reacts. But really within the next couple weeks, that tingling and itching was gone. So that's usually a sign that your body is deficient in magnesium. Something else that is really helpful, but I think unrealistic for a lot of us, is going to bed at the same time every night and waking up at the same time. This is really helpful just for your body to get into a routine and a cycle. And then, of course, trying to get your 8 hours of sleep. Like I said, if you are a mom or you have a busy schedule, sometimes that's just not realistic, but something that we can aim to work towards. Caffeine is not helpful if you have it after 3 p.m. I'm not really a coffee drinker. I don't have caffeine, so this was new to me when I read this, but caffeine has a 12-hour lasting effect. So you really don't want to be drinking or consuming caffeine after 3 o'clock. And then a couple other blue light blockers I want to talk about. I talked about the blue light that is emitted from our cell phones and other devices. Sometimes we just need to be on our phones late at night. Maybe you work from home and that's your time to work, is when your kids are in bed. There are blue light blocker sunglasses that you can buy. They look really cool. They're about $10 on Amazon. So when I get done here, I can post the link for those if you're interested. But that will block that blue light on your phone, which is great. And then on your computers, you can download something called Flux, Flux. And I think you might be able to download it on Android, but I'm not positive on that. If anyone wants to check, they can let us know. I don't have an Android. Other things that are helpful for sleeping is getting some curtains that are dark and that they are going to block light, shutting off night lights in your room. So basically sleeping in pitch darkness is what's best for you. One of our diffusers that we use often in our room, it actually has an option to turn off the light, and so we don't have to have it on, and that's really helpful for us. Other things you can do, keep your phone on airplane mode. If you're someone that must have it in your room, you can keep it off the air, or keep it on airplane mode. That's helpful. And then on your phone, in your settings, there is a night shift option. Kristen Tigas, another leader in this group, told me about this. But in your night shift, you can like set the times on your phone for your phone to automatically go into night shift, which is going to shift the colors to the warmer end of the color spectrum after dark, which can be helpful with that blue light too. I don't think that that's going to be blocking fully that blue light, but it's definitely helpful. So with that, my challenge for the week, if you missed it, I said it earlier, but my challenge for you is to choose one night, and I want you to shut off all the screens in your home, your phone, your iPad, computer, TV, shut them off an hour before bedtime. And then when you go to sleep, your device that you use the most, your cell phone for most of us, remove that from your bedroom where you sleep. And if you have oils in your home, diffuse your oil of choice, put it on the bottoms of your feet, whatever your nighttime routine is. But I would love for you to, after you do this, comment below and tell me if you noticed a difference and if you felt that you slept better. I definitely can tell a difference when I remove my phone from my room, especially because when it's sitting there next to my bed and I can't fall asleep, sometimes for me it's just really tempting to just hop on Facebook and just scroll through mindlessly with no purpose. And then I'm using that blue light, which is activating my brain more, and it's not going to help me fall asleep. So I hope this was helpful for you today, guys. I want to thank you for joining me. Again, comment below when you complete the challenge, and I hope you have an amazing Saturday. Talk to you soon.